Okay, MSNI. Ooh, does he just kill the whole turret? Hang on a second. If he goes into melee form, that's a problem, isn't it? Switches over into the melee form. Hang on a second. He might just need to be a little careful. He has the demolish coming back up. Sassy not going to kill him in time. Flashes for the turret kill, and that's it. That's your 1v1. Kills the turret.
Welcome
Right, so,
to
LGD,
Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
LGD, they have... Hang on a second. They're going to be a little careful here. Flash pole. Can't stop that with a W. And the cat in a little bit of trouble. Only loses half the HP, though, all things said and done. The ultimate dodged away from Tongyuan not landing anything with the Fate sealed. So the Fate is open. The Fate is open. It's unsealed. It's not sealed. Y6 losing the flash, but Niket being half HP, not the best thing. The Mites and the Grubs actually doing a load of damage to the Jachi. Probably not the best thing there. Does get towards the Honey Fruit, though. Scuttle Crab focus rather than the actual Grubs themselves. Tongyuan has the knockup. Gets pulverized, gets shoved back into the team, and can't press E. Tongyuan has had an absolute torrid time of it in the early game. That is not what I would call a clean fight, but a fight did technically happen. And LGD get themselves first blood. I have no idea how that skill shot hit, but Jachi forced to E out. LGD, all things said and done, though, can't call it a day, eh? That means that despite the kill going over with LGD, we're gonna go lose a Grub. There is a teleport out coming back in. Look, this is anything but clean. The cat has flashed out. Milky Way has flashed out. And we've had a missed Ambassador to top it all off. If you couldn't tell, it was Group Nevada today, and Sam very nearly spills tea all over my desk. We get our Grub sealed by LGT. It's a good start to the day. Sam, I'm gonna ask you to...
Used to play alongside Jachi and Niket on top esports challenges. They know each other very, very well. We're looking for a play onto Nayo, but now the turnaround from YCX denies the easy invade there. YCX gets the hold on that. Xiaoye and Jachi now trading out. Xiaoye's popped the on the hunt. Q goes wide from Jachi. Actually puts him in a potentially precarious spot. The health bars being what they are, wanting Lullaby being down, it's just mean probably a Dragon start hit for LGD. Milky Way with the speed up off the Scuttle Crab can jump at XQW, who flashes, ults, and gets absolutely no one. Nice backstep from Milky Way, but have I? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I think it would have been the highlight of your day.
That's a bad sign.
I think it would have been the highlight of your day for all the best reasons. And really nothing more. Hang on a second, got a really engage coming through.
Okay, Civic goes on the hunt and spell shields the Scion engage. Ult out, though, of the Azir means they're down one of their damage members. LGD now trying to play on out. Flash on board for Milky Way. Goes looking for the lilting Lullaby and gets a few people to sleep and gets murdered on the way out. Q3 after is good, but there is no fate shield on the play in mid lane. YCX flashing out to safety. Nayo gets a decent win, becomes lightning. And RNG, despite what looked like a decent combo for a second or two there, in a 5v4, cannot follow up on the lilting Lullaby.
RNG are struggling to get clean engages. They're pulling the trigger, it's just not really hitting the members that they need to. The Scion ult goes into a Sivir spell. Hang on a second, that's a minion auto there. Ricochet! Forces the barrier. Jachi is BLG's top esports today, and anyone's like, teams which are seen as above them on paper. Now, if you have 2 series in 1 week, you're going to prepare more for one of these teams. Tower goes down, Dragon's traded on the other side.
Puts down the barrier, but that public execution was on point. Jachi nowhere to go there. Assassi just freeballs it.
And then Xiaoye gets the clean double Q off of the combo from the Alistair to hurt.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
We didn't get a chance to talk about this off air, by the way, as we do. We'll see if we have a fight coming through. By the way, Sam, what are you feeling like from casting today? What would you like to get out of your casts? Oh, actually, no, there's a fight. That's a problem. It's just
violence, Alex.
There's nothing to fight over. They just stand their ground and die.
I guess they try to stay for the turret. Is it even up? I can't. Yes, it is. I guess maybe that's it. It's now Tongyuan goes through everyone. The combo's nice enough, but to what end? Angle Milky Way with a big combo now. Lilting Lullaby comes on down for the 2-shot. One Nayo will go down. That's a shutdown coming on through. TP now on. And Xiao Shu is here. An LGD lose a member.
Sassy's now down on this side of the map. You need to be very careful now, as Tangyuan likely going to have flash blown if Sassy pulled that ultimate accurately onto him. Could have guessed eat out
with a bottle of Evian water.
Right, exactly, just come through.
We've not got a bottle of water, but we do have a river full of it. We might be looking at a fight there as YCX can be forced to ult. The keeper's verdict goes well wide, and now Nikat might well be burning out. Doesn't quite. Stays alive from the Leandri's burn. Goes looking for a big lilting lullaby. Can maybe now jump onto the Azir. Turns around from it, trying to avoid that Emperor's Divide. They get a kill on the Alistair. But it does mean that Nio and the side of YXQW can look to keep on fighting. Now you're in a 1v3, and he likes those odds. Looking to get in range for an audacious charge. Xiaoshu will likely die here. Can't get enough value with the decimating smash. Have to cut it early. So stop the zombie running forwards. Damage onto Nio, who does smite to slow down the zombie and should be safe. Red buff and the Krugs. Yes, I saw the red buff reset for about 400 HP, but still, very swift stuff. Pay attention, Ilias. You can, in fact, queue over the wall, mid-doing red buff, to start up Krugs as well. Yeah, quite nice, as the dragon there has started to call out.
You kind of have to get a steal here. You can't let... And it's already gone. Soul point to LGD so easily.
It's just not much of a contest. I thought with Milky Way around, they might look for it. Can't quite do it. Now they get public execution into the backline as Tangyuan does get out to safety, but he's so much of the damage. And Milky Way will go gold and give a bit more to room to get some burn, a bit more healing. Flashes out. That's not bad. But Sassy just follows to get a triple kill. The flash blown, and it means that Drakehound step breaks the legs of the Fawn. Xiaoshu, the one remaining member, and he's ganged on by 3 people and can do nothing but fall as well. Guess what else is up? Atakan's there. The pings are coming through.
This is a lesson now given themselves a strategic loss condition in that Mountain Soul in 4 minutes. Atakan being started up after the lost fight as well. It's even more pain.
That is pretty damn rough. Get some teleports in as well so they can keep that pressure in. Atakan is going to be going down with little to be said. The true shot barrage across. Chunk out Sassy briefly. That's about it. It is in fairness. Second or two later, and Milky Way gets the blast cone away and probably gets to be safe, but can't quite do it. And then you end up now with LGD getting the Herald too, and now there really is very little. By the way, basically because of the 4 kills that the Sivir has picked. If he got 2 items on this air sword, I think it's going to get quite hard. But I don't think we're going to see too much more as Niket goes charging on into the backside. Let's get a decimated smoke on XQW, who just about stands and delivers for now. Going to go forward and gets a shuffle of his own, but there's still withdrawals coming on through. Means they can just come back. Tangyuan now trying out with Nio and not winning versus a Shinzao, despite being a level up. Fate Seal can't get over the wall and dies.
Whoa.
In what amounts to a 1v1 just about.
Yeah, Nio.
Dragon in 50 seconds. It's Baron up, but it's being 2-manned right now by LGD.
And this is a AD carry with an Infinity Edge over something like that Essence Reaver as well. That is a hell of a 3-item core. 4,000 gold advantage on this Sivir. The Bring Your Daughter to Work day. Could have worked with Cassidy and Kaiser as well, but hey, is it Sivir? We'll take that one. Xiaoya, use that gold. They don't have that time. Dragon has been started. LGD might have to look for a steal, but I think they could probably just start the fight with a Sivir ult.
Against the red buff, and gets a big chunk onto Nio, has the flashback away. Will look for the wind becomes lightning. Tango and rebinds his soul. Nio had to burn Crescent, so he's not in the pit, but neither is Milky Way. So there's no smite around as the Poppy just dies to incidental ricochet. Flash forward for the headbutt pulverize, and Y6 now to the backside. Look at Milky Way on the other side. There's a public execution again. Gets freeballed onto the AD carry. The lilting lullaby, but this Abessa does not give a singular damn. Mountain Soul now secure. Milky Way will go golden on the Emperor's Divide, but to what end? It's venison for dinner. LGD can claim Soul, and they'll claim the game too.
RNG fail and got an early gold lead, who just hasn't been able to use it. RNG disconnected, and for a team that's already lost the series here in Group Nirvana, going down 0-1 is not where you want to be as a team on the brink.
On the other side for LGD, looking to take this opportunity to fuel their way to playoffs. There's still a road to it. So many of these players are going to be eyeing that up right now after some commanding looks in the Nirvana group. Already 2-0 in series. They can make it to 3. Things are looking pretty fine for them in the grand scheme of things.
As we were saying before, LGD probably feel a little bit hard done by that they didn't make it to groups, and
their opposite numbers past a certain point.
RNG have good one-boy combo. And he can flash forward, Nautilus can flash forward, and then suddenly a bullet time comes over the top. Lee Sin gets a point. Milky Way does now. He decided to go for an early bag. Niket can go for a flash auto, and indeed does go for it. The Ignite comes down, and the double up hits as well. The last tick of the Ignite will mean that Xiaoya goes down for first blood. Despite the MVP from game 1, Niket has really ruined his day here. Nio steals away a blue buff. And you thought Sassy, 10 CS up of Xiaoxu is doing really well here. YCX caught out, Milky Way around the back. Xiaoya and YCX getting caught out again. Milky Way this time being gifted the kill. This Kalista Renata has not achieved what... Realm Walk coming through now. No flash on the cat or Jachi. This could be a big play. Realm Walk comes through. The Rune Prison comes through as well. Sadly, the hook is just as available in RNG. In that first game, RNG off to a much better start due to their laning power and LGD's misplays.
The Kalista Renata has gone wrong, I see.
Yeah, it has. What happened was great level 1 hook from the cat. A couple of good double ups from Jachi. And then basically Xiaoya walking up into Flash Nautilus auto range. Got them killed for first blood. Died again on the top side in a 2v3 where Milky Way had a good wraparound gank. And now we can see that, yeah, there's 1,000 gold lead for RNG. They'll take the first grubs of the game too. I think RNG, despite the fact that their composition is not one which I particularly like. I don't see what the composition does. That
I see it was E. I was like, hey, what am I missing on the card here?
Milky Way has flash, has ult, might be looking for a kick.
Tangyuan also has flash and also has ult flash. Kicks into the wall, stun after. Will do a fair amount of work to make this one come on down as the Tibbers is sent forward, but no.
And phase rush as well. There is a chance that Niket can go for the flash now, but you just survived!
Gets the staggering blows off the wall. Q in after they get the kill. Niket will take a turret shot or two, but nice follow-up there to finish what they started the first time around. The Nayo and Xiaoya, they're coming around, looking for some more. Niket needs to hook towards the wall to buy a bit of time. Fate's Call now used. Niket now in danger. Will try and put down the Titan's Wrath shield, but will now die.
So it's a 1-for-1 kill going up to
set up around these grubs spawning in a minute. That feels like a pretty good timer on that front at the very least.
So, still 1,000 gold lead, the advantage. Big. Vane's got a crossbow, so not an archer technically. Grubs are going to get taken. Well, are they going to get contested? Just getting the 1 is nice for the Yorick. Hex Flash towards the Kalista and hits.
Oh, nice hook angle into the knockup. Xiaoya flashes on out. Under the backline goes Milky Way. Can't quite secure the kill. The bailout on top of Xiaoya will keep them alive. Flash, barrier, heal, all blown to keep that Kalista alive.
Ryze is now running up the river. Has a what is Ryze doing? Ryze doesn't know if they're going to be wave clearing on bot side or going towards the fight. Doesn't have the teleport. Now gets caught within the dark procession. That's a problem.
That's going to happen quite consistently. I don't think either of these sidelines are going to be that fun for the Ryze in the grand scheme of things.
6 grubs to RNG. You have 6 grubs with a Yorick on your team. RNG been really thriving off these Nautilus hooks. The Nautilus hooks have been the most impactful thing that have happened this game. Destroying the laning phase of Xiaoya and YCX. True. Oh my god. That's a great point. You think Zach's going to win, then Pantheon with the man drop. YCX caught out on the recall. Buddy.
Oh boy.
Another easy kill. LGD giving up so many freebies.
There's a wall around the corner, but they didn't know there was one in that. Milky Way and the cat on the warpath. Realm warping out. Won't look any further, but that does mean with 6 grubs and Elise in there, they can do a fair amount of damage to this turret.
And there's no cross map. That's the big thing. There's no cross map. Niket does have flash. He does have ultimate too. Now, the problem is, throwing the Nautilus ultimate doesn't exactly work into the Neferi. Good route under the tower, but the tower's going to die.
It does. They get the knock-up onto the Ryze. Their hostile takeover is solid, but they're still going to get a decent amount of damage down. Milky Way dies. That's big. TLP's coming on through as well. And RNG don't respond with more members. Jachi finally turns up, but the damage is already done. Oh, RNG, where's your own TP?
Xiaoxu forced the flash on the bot side of the map. He must have had a potential of that teleport being cancelled. Sassy helping his team out on the other side of the map as Jachi goes down. No. It is a 4 kills for 1 on the other side.
Hang on, TP after gets 2 at the end of it. You'll take that as Jachi, but the work is already...
They're behind in the game, but if Neferi manages to get a good enough trade, that could be a big problem. Phase Rush not enough to get out of the dark procession again.
Boy. Last rights come on down. The Maiden of the Mist still continue to chonk the armor shred from the morning mist as well. She's dead. Last rights come on down and they just bonk the Ryze over the head a few times. The shovel does the work.
Yeah, passive. XQW chooses the wrong way to run and gets a free kill.
Cat and Milky Way trading out here with YCX, who handshakes back, but now Tangyuan gets in a 1v3. The hostile takeover buys a lot of time. Wonderful ult. Now Milky Way and Jachi try to turn it around with a good bullet time. Nayo in danger, needs to eviscerate away and will do so, but they lose the Annie nonetheless to RNG.
You're
very low here, and we're a bit worried about that one. The health will be taken by Nayo, so there is at least that back over towards LGD. And look maybe for this turret. A bit wary with the Realm Walk coming. They've got Niket behind. Overcomes Milky Way. Going to keep on trying to run onto Jachi. He's got very little mana, but the safeguard does so much work. and Nio gets a shutdown over to Milky Way.
The ultimate from Milky Way. Very hard takedown. Milky Way starts this up. Now, we haven't seen a 5v5 really yet between these teams. We saw that 4v4 on top side. In fact, we might not even see a 5v5 here because the Yorick is on top side. I mean, RNG, I don't think you should be giving up the dragon. Not while you're ahead in the game. All right, free dragon for LGD.
Clearly didn't want to bring the Yorick. You wonder where this misfortune will be at, but instead, RNG saying, cool, we're going to start up on this Atacama. Got the voracious variety here. Going to try and play around it. Teleport's now coming on in. Yorick still split pushing topside. Has the TP. Hasn't popped it yet. Sassy now coming. In comes the depth shot. Realm Warp behind. RNG pulling away. Sassy into the backside. Milky Way trying to find an angle. Kicks one away as the depth charge comes on down. Now they're flashing on forward. The hostile takeover does land onto one. And that's Tangyuan is in danger. The bullet time after, though, is pretty damn brutal. XQW with a big shield. Flashes on forward. It's the cleanse that comes back up and they kill off the Jax. Turnaround begins to come on through. Yorick still split pushing.
Yorick has the teleport. Could come down at any time. It is going to be a Ren Smite versus the Lee Sin Q.
Going to be taken by that Ren Smite, and the teleport comes in now. It comes in now. They will still get that bailout, so Xiaoye goes down. Try to turn this one around as the withdrawals come on down. YCX now in danger. Now you're in danger also, as he will lose his withdrawal. All the withdrawals burn.
Of course, everyone is. He's the most fed person on the map. Hang on a second. Now he's going towards Niket. No flash hit.
Just try and get some damage back. The depth charge is good. The locket shield also decent. Kick back out on Sassy, but that's left Xiaoyu out. Separate Tango looking for the flank angle. Looking for something. The bullet time for the first time sucks. SQW goes golden. Jachi now in danger. Flash on forward for Nayu. Goes eviscerating onto Jachi. The misfortune is down. They've lost the bot laner as well in form of Niket. Realm warping forward. Trying to turn this one around. Misses the sonic wave. XQW low, but still doing fine. Stun available for Tangyuan. And the health bars on LGD not fantastic. Morning Mist also wide.
So currently, 5 on towards the Baron. We might have to see the Milkman come up and see if he can get himself a steal.
Going to try and find something. Decent job brought to Sassy, but he's going to get stunned up regardless. And they're going to kill off the Annie on the other side. Xiaoshu now in a 1vx will get something. But it's just not enough. And now they turn to Baron.
And of course, the kill they get on Sassy is the last remaining Atacama. So it's even just a withdrawal. 1 for 5. RNG fall apart in the team fights. They've not been able to win through the split push. LGD claw back the gold lead. They'll get themselves a Baron. And it's going to be on to 4 members. LGD have just team fought themselves into a winning situation.
What on earth happens in that team fight? I thought Tangyuan would have...
On the Neferi fight in the mid lane.
That's pretty deep for a Nio. Needs to be a bit wary here. Gets a decent chunk with the Call of the Pack and the Eviscerate use. Stun comes on forward, but won't interrupt the Realm War.
Tangyuan's Annie has been utterly useless this game.
Killing this Neferi not once but twice the requirement. Realm Warp is interesting. Milky Way now on a flank angle, but he's split off. He's going to get jumped on. But it meant that they're all running away from Xiaoye. Your AD carry's dead.
He has flash, chooses to die, I suppose. Milky Way gets out of the play, doesn't even need to blow his flash. Xiaoye has had an awful game after his MVP in game. Nio going across the side, has that GA, he can help a little bit. Yorick, of course, very strong in an individual level, not the best team fighter, and LGD have found their way into River.
I'll try and get over here, stack some spears and dogs. Try and secure that dragon. It's being bled down slowly. The Darkened Daggers of the Rumble comes
Sassy for the
back line, but it's going to slip them away from the dragon. Don't go in. Dredge line wide. Hostile takeover comes across. Is that bought enough time? Milky Way into the pit. The bullet time will not be enough to help secure the dragon. They kill off the Lee Sin afterwards, and that puts Nio right into the back line as he can hunt forward, flash, and the Hound's pursuit brings down the MF2. And LGD find another 5v5. This one is their favor. They get the Ocean Soul 2. Sassy keeps on brawling. They'll lose Xiaoye again. But they've done enough. They'll get this one 2-0.
LGD, the Ocean Soul, and an utter Herculean performance from Nio at a 12-1 Neferi, proving that you can nerf the dog, but it doesn't need to learn some new tricks, does it? It's just powerful already.
On the other side, I think there's going to be a bit of an eyebrow raise for Tangyuan. He locks in the Annie early. It's a specialty pick. One way of putting it today, it didn't feel very good at all. Struggled to find anything resembling a solid ultimate, and I think RNG got comfort but couldn't find the angles in. LGD find their way back in, have to problem solve it, but do it. But then Setup can look for the turret. Can he just look for the turret wink on here? Cube has to stay down at 20% HP. Empowers the autos. Gets the shock blast, can go to the skies, knock back, eats a turret shot, in danger. Just go to the skies here, gets the last auto. And 2 kills to set up. Calm, collected, and victorious.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Sub to Monty. Amber, really appreciate that. It's a very lovely comments over in Onivia's chat. Setup, actually in danger here, so I may have to hold on acknowledging compliments, instead talk about the setup. Eating a bit of a chunk. If we look at just LPL, he's having a bad time. Let's engage top side. Big jump forwards. Feather flashes away, stays alive for now. Monkey. It's a bit of a chunk. Taeyu now split off though. Gets to be alright as Thundertalk outplayed that one well enough. Cost the flash and heal on Feather. He does the work required. Interestingly, in the LPL this split, he's got a 50% win rate into the Talia, which is hilarious considering where he was in split 1. But still not pretty. %100% win rate into the Ari. He's here in the LPL. Set up. Now about to get driven at. Good stun. Seismic Show just goes wide. Allows Setup to step down towards the river and be safe. Oh yeah. Jumped on. Nice taunt. Into the drive back with the Excel's impact. Going to equalize the wave and the players both. Pick up in the sky. Hoya flashes out of the grand entrance. Impaled afterwards. Nowhere to go. Not much to be done there. Said cinnamon roll has now disappeared. Don't know how. Who? Oh, who's this? Hey, Gio. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Bot side, Hoya's like, yeah, I'm about to be ganked on. And he's correct. He was a great one. Is the circle finally closing? It might be. It's the circle of suck. And it moves us all to tears. Dragon taking. Right, Monkey driving into the wall. 1xM will have to cleanse that one out. Still gonna trade this one down. Cube is in danger, but so is Benchwan. Over the wall goes Feather. 1xM to the backside, trying to glove Monkey. It will not do so. Flashes off forward. Vampire is there. Oh boy, the equalizer comes on down, but WE fine too. It's real alive. Like, TT's job is not easy this game from this point. Beatron's gonna force a flash, and Taeyoon is actually in so much danger, isn't he? Oh my god, here comes 1xN. They blow up the Ezreal. Flash out of the hero's entrance. And Monkey will flash for the Impale, and that's pretty solid. 1xN and caught in that Flame Spitter. Will not matter too much because it's Hoya's Flame Spitter. What am I talking about? Monkey's got the healing fruit. Flashes over the wall, trying to find room to get an Ixtal's impact on down. Will burn out regardless. 1xN trades his life for the death of Taeyoon, and the moment I say, wow, WE in a great position this game, these backline's going to be so hard to kill. I mean, I don't know, guys. There are curses in this whatever I just did. I can only apologize. Do you think the meta's been stale lately? Rumble first pick every game, Skarnavirus is here, Ezreal, Yone. Yeah, okay, so... Taeyoon's burned his own True Shot Barrage, but Feather being so low, I think, means that this will be WE's Dragon. And TT back away from this one, thinking of a lost cause. So, fearless drafting and stale meta. There is this issue at the top level of playing. I'll set up. It's fine. Went looking to see whether he could just beat. There is a lot less value in practicing niche counters as Hoya's going to die here. Not a lot he gets to do. Ignite comes on down as Zia picks that up. Yep. Does that get the turret too? Might do. Monkey gets the Impale. Beatron still gets the 3 times strike knock-up. Seta comes across with the Weaver's Wall. Pulled out of the wall. A fair amount of shielding with the Tremors and the Seismic Bastion. It's not enough. And see how it plays out. Don't worry, I still like Fearless well enough. It just means we get less counter picks. It's a bit more pointless than practicing. It's a good equalizer coming on down. Monkey's gonna have to back away. We're still gonna get burned alive by that flame spitter. Based on fighting falls, but what exemptions moment! Flash away. Good shuffle from Karis. Turns it around though. He can't quite escape afterwards. Setup now in danger, trying to trade around as Taeyun and Karis are the two remaining and make it a 3-for-3. Onyx Sen over the wall looking for an angle. Beatron with a decent crash guard, and the quickness comes on down, but now overcomes Q. No ults to burn. Tier 1 falls bot side, TP still complete. Setup now looking for a shove, misses it. Karis sidesteps it. Setup eats Sundisk damage after. Oh my days, that's half his HP bar gone. And he just TP'd in. Play this one out. Weaver's Wall comes on down, splits Karis away from the fight briefly. Can now get an equalizer down across multiple members running in there, shredded by the Atacard. Big double seismic shove, trying to finish off some kills. The heroic entrance buys some magic damage, shielding the Impale lands onto the jungler. And now they've got the withdrawals available. 2 lost already, 3 lost already. Karis now in danger, needs to back away. Might get jumped on here as Beatron looking for a TP out 1xN. And the back away, they'll head towards this dragon. They TP in Cube here, full HP. Setup on about a third. Beatron on about a third. Look to trade this one out. Setup needs to be a bit wary. Across the unraveled earth he goes. Beatron taunted. Dragon taken just about. Karis now over the wall. Goes to shuffle on in. They'll lose Cube. Now Karis in a 1v2 goes golden. He's just going to die. Feather in mid lane. Get another withdrawal. And is that all of the withdrawal? Okay, Baron started, down to half HP. Hoya with the equalizer for an angle. Finds a decent chunk, but it's not enough to threaten anybody meaningful as Beitron is just not there. And they get that Baron pickup and a kill after onto Feather. Taunt comes on through, 1xN now in danger. Gets Zenith Bladed, cleansing away with Supercharger, trying to get as many orders down as he can. Has got the lethal tempo stack. Gets hit by the Impale! Monkey again! Just hates Kaisers! On out there, commiserate. Inhibitors are about to fall. I don't think they can quite end the game here. You can certainly set them off in good position. In comes the hero's entrance again. Beatron flash away, but the Crescent Guard is down. He will die again. 5th death of the game is Taeyun. Now on the Ezreal in a very good position. First tower of the game finally picked up by Thundertalk. Hooray! Well, base is well and truly broken at this point, isn't it? Baron's on. Front line's in place. Hoya's slowed down by the Solar Flare. We'll get Mikhails to cleanse away. Now Vampire in danger. Gets a quickness down. The Equalizer's pretty solid. And Taeyun will have to hop away from it. But Monkey's so damn tanky. 3 items on this Kai'Sa might be enough. I just don't know. They lose another member. And they're still on the siege, still on the warpath. 1 Nexus turret remaining. Setup flashes away. Crescent Guard buys some time. They'll lose Vampire. Cube now in danger. 1xN goes in, flashes out of the Emperor's Divide, who tries to shuffle his way out to safety, but the fancy moves won't make it work as 1xN blows up to Taeyun. Will fall as well, but the Nexus is fully there. Thundertalk hold the line. That could have been your option there. Getting neither kind of sucks. The only sole point at least. The wombo combo from WE proving pretty monumental. Here we go. One last look into the base. The Impale comes on down. Base runs shuffled away. 1xN at least gets one, but he's got nowhere to go. It's a good ult. Trying to get through the passive, driving away. But he's being driven away from his own down base. Flash away from Monkey. Buying some time, but Karis and Taeyun have nothing to worry about. They're ways away as the front line dissuades the backline dive. WE. Not seen so much anymore, but once upon a time was a pro staple to say the least. Cataclysm, Shockwave, really fighting for level 2 here. I think it should come on through for WE. Vampire gets level 2. Deadly Flourish comes on through. They get a massive chunk back. So basically, the W and R utility is very, very high, and he plays from a long, long way back. He doesn't require massive uptime for his autos, but great gank from Monkey. Great gank from Monkey. Flash over the wall, flag and drag after. They were not in any way expecting Monkey to do that. Jin that gets to 3, 4 items deletes everyone. It's really silly. You're actually a pseudo hyper carry in the sense that your curtain call becomes legitimately threatening. And we really pop off on the Jin. Nice kill there onto Vampire. Monkey wasted a lot of time there on that reset. Instead of has to flash. Oof, carry. Vampire does not manage to deal with that one. Takes a bit of damage, but gets out to safety. Nice kill on the Bard there. The Orianna picks up with that Shockwave. The Monkey's on the Dragon. Beitran picks up that. Alright, set up, in danger. Throws down a gravity field to buy some time. Monkey flashes on out. They're trying to get the last auto in. Does so. Gets out of range. The Hextech Storm's not going to be enough. Alex just came in and started dancing. I was like, what is this sound? I looked around. There's just a little Alex.
Yeah, I did.
Dancing behind me. It was slightly unnerving.
Well, TT, looking to get the 6 grubs. Monkey does have ult. Most of Juan ult. That definitely doesn't help TT look for the engage here. There's a flank from Karis. Dangerous flank on Orianna, but we'll see what can happen.
I've moved the mic around, so hopefully I can get it. Ooh, Shockwave into the Cataclysm. 1xN. His Dragon struck into the ground. Thunderstruck's the AC/DC song, and WE just one better it. Taeyun now in danger, but survives anyway. Oh, my days. On hit, not required. Feather goes down as well, and WE are running over this one.
How the heck did WE get away with a flanking Shockwave with no setup onto 2 people? 1xN's flash really had to be better there. TT, a team which obviously had a decent start against the other bottom tier teams in Group of Zen, but as we can see, I think W have been ramping up. They've been really ramping up, and I think that they're set to overtake TT, even though they are the 0-6 team. TT are 2-5.
Karis came off the last.
Again. It started raining. I was going to go to the zoo, then we'll go play some board games with Hells.
Oh, that sounds nice.
But
Is it? How long is it going to be raining for?
It's a great question, Seb. I'm not actually.
You could look at the weather app.
I don't actually control the rate at which the rain falls.
That's
I
a lie.
also
You
don't
do.
control the rate at which the mobs. You know, there are things found in like some of the second base, for example.
Real or bad into the Deadly Flourish and the curtain call afterwards. Taeyun in danger. Vampire trying to body block. Doing his very best. Hold the nerve. Find the 4 shot, but it only lands onto Vampire and they can't finish it up. Vampire says get down. There you go. Fast on your goodbyes. Into the mid lane we go as Feather goes over the wall, but Monkey says, cool, I can just join you in here. Goodbye. Marshall Cadence autos. Monkey. Hurt. Continue to really improve. Flash forward from Karis, who's still got a Shockwave. Can look to keep autoing. He's got a rower. He just runs to you. It's Juggernaut Orianna. That's what Rookie was hoping to get done. W is so back. Yeah. It's terrific case. I kind of... And maybe they are. Maybe they are so back. That's first turret. That'll be the feats of strength secured. Set up. Gets jumped on. Has got flash. Maybe required to burn it. Still stuck in that arcane storm. Doesn't take all that much damage. Set up now in danger. Gets point blank Call of the Forge God into the dirt. Hoya now looking for a flank. Glacial Prism was solid onto Monkey, but they've got enough of a shield here. It's now a 5v4. Honey Fruit is there. Hoya. Still got the Dominus rolling alongside a lot of Fury to work with. But though you may have a Furious Crocodile, you don't have a Herald of the Arcane. And what are you going to do without a Herald when you're playing in a Herald pit? Duh! Hoya now has walked into the river, but will slice over the wall. Monkey, attack briefly, but is now going to potentially turn his eyes towards Hoya, who flashes away. Monkey flags and drags, gets a slow on down with that standard. Karis, hit by the Tempered Fate, needs to be a bit aware here. Doesn't have the flash, curtains are called. This might be a bad time to be Orianna. Sliced on through, and it's the Victor that picks that one up. Hoya gonna slice around as well and pick up another. TT, find 2. Big moment for them. They chase onto the Crocodile for too long, and the Crocodile goes full. The river was always my domain. Why are you hunting crocodiles in a river? And W go, ah, yeah, fair play, mate. It's a bad idea, wasn't it? Do TT actually have damage this game? Once 2 to 3 items are done from Jin and Victor. The minute they're very reliant on Hoya. Oh, bye. Dumarcia! I like the individual enunciation there as Beitron finally comes on over and goes, stop it, leave my mid-tier 1 alone. WE. Oh, that's an unfortunate Arctic Assault Glacial Prison combo as Beitron went looking, couldn't find the combo. Hoya in a 1vx scenario is skewered by the Varus. That time the Crocodile hunting goes a lot better. Cube hit with the Arctic Assault, doesn't really care. Herald though some in mid lane, they're going to try and play for a bit of a shove on in. Call of the Forge got burned though. Knock up onto Fella, who ain't looking very full of flight. He's a flightless bard. Pretty good WE game for now as Vampire over the wall. Teleport's coming on down. That's going to put Feather in a difficult position as he's hit by the Chains of Corruption ball. Himself, Mikhail's Monkey in a 1v1 with Setup. Flash away from Setup. Otherwise, Hoya looking for an angle. Tempered Fate comes on down. Not the best curtain call angle ever as just missing a lot of shots. No vision to work with as they just blow up too. The Renekton of the Sejuani. Varus food. Lighted Quiver gets the value. Good Cosmic Binding. Left that wave and Karis has gone, no you don't. Let's tango. I beat you right now. And he does. Groundfield comes on down. Vampire is also coming. The Hextech Ray goes wild. Rocket Belt lands. Setup just being delayed here. For as long as they can, the Mega Blast going. But there was a monkey waiting for him in the jungle. Should have recognized that one, just like there were crocodiles in the river. There are monkeys in the jungle. He'll keep blast combing away. But where will you blast comb to? The mysterious stranger dies again. For a flash. It's about to go real ugly here. Call the Forge God follows across the wall. Monkey has got a ball. Vampire has a pop blossom. TT have a prayer and a dream as Monkey flashes on out to safety. They've once again found themselves some crocodile meat. And Hoya goes, and his Cataclysm could be the base drop. And it's like a little spinning turntable. His staff can be like a microphone stand or an aux cable, and he plugs in the aux. I'm just saying, guys, there is value here. Karis gets jumped on. As I'm going to keep trying to jump on this. Beitron flashes away, but Karis goes, no you don't. And Feather goes, well, I've come to join my friends. And will temper people's fate, but only momentarily. Because who the hell says no to a god? Cube has a ball on top of him. doesn't really go in with it, though. And so Setup and 1xn get to run away. Oh, yeah, that could have been a bit scary, but Vampire won't face check it. It's fine. Towards the Chem Dragon we go. That'll be sold point for WE, and Thundertalk are looking really like a mild static shock you get off your carpet back home. You've got 2 items on your Jhin. You've got 2 items on your Victor. That might be something. The problem is Atakan's going down. And all of those blood petals, all of that amp towards the objectives you got. Yeah. This one's gonna hurt. Monkey having a wonderful game here on the Jarvan. Harris hit with that tempered fire. Oh, it's early! Patron! Learn to take your time. Be better on dates that way. Clearly got the wrong date when that Zhonya's was coming undone. Hoya also dies. The Cataclysm comes on through. Bow wow. Drops the beat. On to the Baron we go. No jungler, no top laner. And the curtains are being called. But so is the Forge God. And 1xn will not be able to stand and keep shooting. Monkey will help Taeyoon pick up another. Sped up by the command attack distance. The setup's going to go try clear out the wave and go, cool. I need this wave shoved so Baron doesn't make us all lose the game now. Are they still going to come over and play this? They are a bit low, but I don't know. Vampire still got Pop Blossom. 1xn knocked into the air. And X marks the spot where an AD carry used to live. Nico picks that one up. Vampire securing his opposite number. Pseudo opposite number in the enemy bot laner. Baron secured. Minute till Dragon. Push away. We're getting some ornaments coming on through. The Black Cleaver's been upgraded. The Ghost Blade's been upgraded. Probably waiting on a Roa upgrade, and this Orianna is set for life. Some poor choice around those team fights have really cost them, and WE have been more than willing to join them in the scuffles. Fracas commences again. Vampire will pop Blossom Hoya, deny his engage. Cube looks for the call of the forward call, gets across multiple members, but it's kind of left alone. Monkey's finally turning up, but it's a little late. Cube will Searing charge away and survive. Kurt's being called though. 1xn looking for some damage, but he just doesn't have the items. Monkey put down a moment there with the standard and just doesn't take any damage. They'll blow up another with a Cataclysm. A Monkey on this job has been a menace. That shockwave, not that high on the Richter scale, misses everyone, but it doesn't matter because the base will still be broken. With Baron on top and 2 members dead, easy take of the inhibitor after. It's not been good stuff from them. The team fight's problematic. The early playmaking not consistent. WE, the improvement might finally have earned them. Finally have earned them a series win. Flag and drag forwards. Call of the Forge God across only one, but the damage might just be enough anyway. A setup left at about 20% HP. Vampire! Flash on forwards with the Pop Blossom. Hoya on Cube, but that's not really a valuable target now, is it? There's the bacon. And they're taking it home, a WE. Final inhibitor. Nexus turrets under siege. Tutorial League of Legends. WE will have no mistakes. A cleanse, a flash on out of the curtain call as 1xn will take a bow with the rest of his team. I'm just not sure they'll be coming back around for another rendition this time around. There will be no encore. WE happy with the 2-act play. Their first series win here in Group Ascent. Finally, something to truly smile about.